No one ever really gets married thinking a divorce is in their future. But in this country, 40 to 50% of marriages do end up that way.
And while it is not a laughing matter, a new TV show getting rave reviews called Girlfriend's Guide to Divorce brings a little comedy to the topic.
It's Bravo's first scripted TV show, and it's centered around a successful self-help author in her 40s who's in denial that her marriage is unraveling. So she turns to her divorced friends for advice.
To tell the kids at all, because if Jake moves back in, then we all go back to normal, and the kids will never have to even know he was gone.
But he's been promiscuous and not discreet.
I know he's been dating.
Is that what she calls it?
Lisa Edelstein plays Abby, and Vicky Iovine is the author of Girlfriend's Guide book series and one of the executive producers on the show.
Welcome, ladies.
Inspiration for the show.
Yeah.
How
Congratulations.
exciting.
This you're getting. I know nothing's in, but it's looking good.
Yeah, the
Looking really
reviews
good.
are terrific. So
exciting.
we had a chance, because we knew about the show early on, only because we happened to be in it.
You're recurring characters.
Yeah, we
you
are.
You're official recurring characters.
We
of the show.
love it. We love it.
I think it's so funny about your character, how you're getting divorced, but you just don't want anyone to know, and then you finally decide to come out with it.
Like Vicky, she was an expert at family and marriage, and that was her job. And everything disintegrated.
It kind of did. Well, I didn't think I was an expert. I really sold myself as a person who made mistakes but would tell you about them
Right.
later when
And
I'd
learned
learned
from
better.
them.
Exactly.
Right.
And that did eventually happen to me. But in the beginning, when I was going through the divorce, and as you say, it's painful, it's humiliating.
It's humiliating because it's so public.
It's a failure.
And you just feel like a failure, don't you?
Yeah.
Even if it's not your fault, you feel like you
So
failed.
I think the reason why
Feels like your
they
fault.
put it in, they made Abby so much like Vicky in that sense, is because it's. I think everyone feels that way, but when it's public, when it has to be that much more public, it's the same feelings, only magnified, because everybody gets to point at you.
And you have a very cute story about how you literally got married and the next
In
day
real
started
life.
shooting this. So
crazy?
yes. Now, how does the brain work in a situation like that when you have the honeymoon glow? And you're
Well, the honeymoon, I was so sick on my honeymoon because we drove to Vancouver the day after we got married, and I was so exhausted. So my husband got to take care of me. He got to really show up. He was so great. But I think ultimately, when you're doing a show about divorce and you've just gotten married, you're really thinking about the same stuff. You're thinking about how do I make it last? How do I make it work?
So you
How do
made
I
it
not
work for you.
screw this up? Because if you get married when you're 20, you're just sort of like an idiot getting married in fantasy land. But when you're married when you're older, you know that life has takes sharp turns.
pretty much at that point. Yeah.
And we actually got married within a week of each other this year.
It's so true.
I got married.
Where's that water you were drinking? Or was it wine?
Were you afraid to take the plunge again, or did you think this time's definitely going to be better? You
I was
engaged
afraid
for a long time.
Yeah. And in fact, when I met my husband, I said, I just hope you know I'm not going to marry again. And he was fine with it.
You told me that you were just going to stay engaged for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I just didn't see the point.
But when they came to you about your book and wanting to turn it into a scripted television show, how much of it is true to your book, or did they just kind of take the concept and then
I
have
think
poetic
that after the
license?
first season, it's going to just go its own places based on the character and the writers. But in the beginning, when Marty Knox and the creator and I started talking, we shared a lot of our own secrets. And so I would say a lot of the story is 50-50 in the first season about things that we revealed to each other that I realized later we might not have even revealed to our families before they went on the air.
Well,
so
Thanks for telling us now. Now we'll
I'm definitely not playing Vicky. I'm not trying to be Vicky in the show. It's
You're
more
the
it's the concept of being in a position like she was and having that happen.
Well, this is a big deal for Bravo. It's their first scripted, so it'll be interesting to see how everything works. And it's on this evening, isn't it? Are you guys watching popping popcorn? What are you having a big?
We're having a big party.
big shindig with
I'm
popcorn.
literally like getting off a plane, live tweeting all the way to her party, and then being at the party. It's be fun.
We're excited for you
Listen,
guys.
all the best to you. You can catch the series premiere of Girlfriend's Guide to Divorce tonight at 10, 9 Central on Bravo.